1. Knowledge of the law, strict versus local compliance. Question. A CFA charterholder works in a country where insider trading laws are more lenient than CFA Institute standards. A senior executive at a publicly traded firm provides him with non-public information about upcoming earnings that would likely cause the stock price to rise significantly. Local laws do not explicitly prohibit trading on this information. The charterholder decides to purchase shares based on the information, believing that he is acting legally. Which of the following is the most ethical course of action? A. Trade the stock since the local laws permit it. B. Refrain from trading as CFA standards prohibit insider trading. C. Consult with his firm's compliance department before trading. D. Execute the trade and then disclose the transaction to CFA Institute. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. B. Refrain from trading as CFA standards prohibit insider trading. Explanation. CFA standards require members to adhere to the stricter of local laws or CFA Institute's code and standards. Even if local laws permit insider trading, the CFA code explicitly prohibits using material non-public information. The correct course of action is to refrain from trading altogether. 2. Independence and objectivity. Pressure from investment banking division. Question. A CFA charterholder working as a research analyst is covering a company that is about to launch an IPO. His firm's investment banking division pressures him to issue a strong buy rating to support the IPO efforts. The analyst personally believes the stock is overvalued and should be rated as hold. What is the most ethical action? A. Issue the strong buy rating to maintain good relations with investment banking. B. Refuse to cover the stock to avoid conflicts of interest. C. Maintain independence and issue the hold rating based on objective analysis. D. Delay publishing the report until after the IPO to avoid controversy. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. C. Maintain independence and issue the hold rating based on objective analysis. Explanation. CFA Standard IB. Independence and objectivity requires analysts to maintain impartiality and resist outside pressure. Issuing a favorable rating to support investment banking would be unethical and a breach of professional standards. 3. Misrepresentation. Selective performance reporting. Question. A portfolio manager at an investment firm is tasked with preparing a marketing presentation. To attract new clients, she highlights the firm's 3 best-performing funds from the past 5 years, but does not mention the other 7 funds that significantly underperformed the benchmark. Has she violated CFA standards? A. No, as long as the information provided is accurate. B. Yes, because she misrepresented the firm's overall performance. C. No, because past performance is not a guarantee of future results. D. Yes, but only if clients specifically ask about the omitted funds. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. B. Yes, because she misrepresented the firm's overall performance. Explanation. CFA Standard IC. Misrepresentation prohibits misleading or selective disclosure of information. By cherry-picking the best-performing funds, the manager creates a misleading representation of the firm's actual performance. Ethical performance reporting requires full transparency and context. 4. Market manipulation. Wash trades. Question. A portfolio manager executes a series of small trades between different client accounts to artificially inflate the trading volume of a stock, making it appear more liquid and attractive to investors. Which CFA standard is violated? A. Market manipulation. B. Fair dealing. C. Performance presentation. D. Diligence and reasonable basis. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. A. Market manipulation. Explanation. CFA Standard 2B. Market manipulation prohibits practices that distort market pricing and trading volume. Wash trades, pump and dump schemes, and misleading trading patterns are considered unethical under CFA standards. 5. Material non-public information. Social media leak. Question. An analyst follows a company's CEO on social media. The CEO accidentally tweets a photo of an internal report showing confidential earnings data. The analyst, realizing the significance of the tweet, immediately buys shares before the post is deleted. Is this a violation of CFA standards? No, because the information was publicly posted. B. No, because the analyst did not hack or steal the information. C. Yes, because the information was non-public at the time of trade execution. D. Yes, but only if the analyst profited from the trade. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. C. Yes, because the information was non-public at the time of trade execution. Explanation. CFA Standard 2A. Material non-public information prohibits trading on non-public material information. Even though the CEO posted the information publicly, it was not widely disseminated or intended for public release, making the trade unethical. 6. Fair dealing. Unequal distribution of IPO shares. Question. A portfolio manager has a group of clients, including retail investors and institutional clients. A new IPO is highly oversubscribed, and there are limited shares available. The manager decides to allocate all shares to the firm's largest institutional clients, reasoning that they contribute the most revenue. Has the portfolio manager violated CFA standards? A. No, because institutional clients are more valuable to the firm. B. Yes, because all clients should have an equal opportunity to participate. C. No, because the firm has discretion in IPO allocations. D. Yes, but only if the retail clients complain. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. B. Yes, because all clients should have an equal opportunity to participate. Explanation. CFA Standard 3B. Fair dealing requires that all clients be treated fairly and equitably. Selectively favoring large clients over retail investors violates ethical principles, regardless of revenue considerations. 7. Suitability. High-risk investment for an elderly client. Question. An 80-year-old retired client asks his financial advisor to generate higher returns. The advisor, eager to satisfy the request, invests a significant portion of the client's portfolio into leveraged ETFs and complex derivatives. Which CFA standard is being violated? A. Market manipulation. B. Suitability. C. Misrepresentation. D. Independence and objectivity. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. B. Suitability. Explanation. CFA Standard 3C. Suitability mandates that an investment professional must consider a client's risk tolerance, return objectives, and investment constraints. High-risk, leveraged investments are generally inappropriate for elderly, risk-averse clients. 8. Performance presentation. Hidden fees. Question. A wealth management firm advertises a portfolio's net return of 15% over the past year. However, the firm does not disclose that the return excludes advisory fees and transaction costs, which significantly reduce actual client returns. What is the ethical violation? A. No violation, since 15% is factually correct. B. Misrepresentation of investment performance. C. A minor issue, as most firms exclude fees from returns. D. No violation if the fee structure is disclosed in the fine print. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. B. Misrepresentation of investment performance. Explanation. CFA Standard 3D. Performance presentation requires full and fair disclosure of investment results. Omitting transaction costs misleads investors about actual returns. Ethical professionals must disclose all relevant information that impacts investment performance. 9. Confidentiality. Client data leak. Question. A portfolio manager accidentally sends an email with confidential client portfolio data to the wrong recipient. The recipient is an external third party who is not bound by a confidentiality agreement. What should the manager do next? A. Immediately notify the affected clients and seek legal guidance. B. Nothing, as it was an accident and not intentional misconduct. C. Attempt to retrieve the email but avoid reporting it to the firm. D. Ask the recipient to delete the email without informing clients. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. A. Immediately notify the affected clients and seek legal guidance. Explanation. CFA Standard 3E. Preservation of confidentiality requires members to protect client information unless required by law or necessary to prevent illegal activities. If a breach occurs, the ethical response is immediate disclosure and corrective action. 10. Loyalty to employer. Pre-resignation solicitation. Question. A CFA charter holder is preparing to leave his firm to start his own hedge fund. Before resigning, he secretly contacts several existing clients and persuades them to move their accounts to his new firm. What is the primary violation? A. No violation, as long as the clients willingly follow him. B. Violation of loyalty to employer for soliciting clients before leaving. C. Violation of confidentiality for using client contact details. D. No violation if the new hedge fund offers better investment performance. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. B. Violation of loyalty to employer for soliciting clients before leaving. Explanation. CFA Standard 4A. Loyalty to employer prohibits soliciting clients or competing against an employer before officially leaving the firm. The ethical approach is to resign first and then engage in client outreach. 11. Additional compensation. Secret side agreement. Question. A portfolio manager receives a large cash bonus from a client for achieving superior returns. The manager does not disclose this payment to his employer. Is this a violation of CFA standards? A. No, because the bonus was performance-based. B. Yes, because the manager failed to disclose additional compensation. C. No, because it was a personal agreement with the client. D. Yes, but only if the employer explicitly prohibited external bonuses. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. B. Yes, because the manager failed to disclose additional compensation. Explanation. CFA Standard 4B. Additional compensation arrangements requires full disclosure of any compensation arrangements outside of the firm. Failure to disclose such arrangements can lead to conflicts of interest. 12. Investment recommendations. Lack of due diligence. Question. An investment analyst issues a strong buy recommendation on a stock after a 30-minute meeting with the CEO, but does not perform independent due diligence. What standard is violated? A. Fair dealing. B. Diligence and reasonable basis. C. Independence and objectivity. D. Performance presentation. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. B. Diligence and reasonable basis. Explanation. CFA Standard V. A diligence and reasonable basis requires that investment professionals perform thorough, independent research before issuing recommendations. Relying solely on a CO statements is insufficient. 13. Conflicts of interest. Personal holdings. Question. A portfolio manager personally owns a large stake in a small cap stock. He later includes the same stock in client portfolios without disclosing his personal holdings. What is the primary ethical violation? I. Misrepresentation. B. Conflicts of interest. C. Market manipulation. D. Fair dealing. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. B. Conflicts of interest. Explanation. CFA Standard 6A. Disclosure of conflicts requires full transparency about personal investments that could influence professional decisions. Failure to disclose creates potential self-dealing and bias. 14. Referral fees, undisclosed payments. Question. An advisor refers clients to a real estate investment fund in exchange for referral fees, but does not disclose these payments to clients. What is the ethical violation? A. No violation if the advisor believes in the investment's quality. B. Misrepresentation. C. Referral fees disclosure. D. Independence and objectivity. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. C. Referral fees disclosure. Explanation. CFA Standard 6C. Referral fees mandates full disclosure of any referral compensation arrangements to clients. Failure to disclose creates a conflict of interest. 15. Misconduct. Falsified work experience. Question. A CFA candidate exaggerates past job responsibilities on his resume to secure a better position at an investment firm. What ethical principle is violated? A. Fair dealing. B. Misconduct. C. Suitability. D. Independence and objectivity. The correct answer is in 3, 2, 1. Correct answer. B. Misconduct. Explanation. CFA Standard ID. Misconduct prohibits fraud, dishonesty, and misrepresentation in professional activities. Falsifying work experience is a direct ethical violation. Like and subscribe for more CFA questions with explanations. Good luck on the exam.